Are you an organization that relies on temporary staff to bridge the talent gap? Many companies now use temporary employees to fill the void, but also to try a person out before they hire them. Leveraging the flexibility of temporary employees is a strategic choice for many companies. However, the efficiency brought by these workers can only be maximized when they are integrated properly into your workforce. Without effective monitoring and clear policies in place, you risk not only potential legal and compliance issues, but also the erosion of your workplace culture. In an article published today, a Memphis-based staffing firm and a management company are paying $215,000 to settle an EEOC lawsuit, claiming they subjected female employees to a hostile work environment at a Memphis warehouse. The two firms will also provide other relief according to the U.S. Equal Opportunity Employment Commission. In its lawsuit, the EEOC alleged that a male supervisor of the management company subjected female employees placed by the staffing company to unwelcome sexual comments. The suit also says when two of the female employees complained to supervisors, they were ignored. The company later terminated the employees, alleging performance issues. Maintaining a safe and respectful workplace is essential, not just for the ethical treatment of employees, but also the financial health of your organization. Every employee, whether permanent or temporary, deserves to work in an environment where they are treated with dignity and respect. A workplace that upholds these values help in nurturing a culture of mutual respect among all employees. Organizations are legally bound to protect their employees from harassment and discrimination. Failure to comply can lead to severe legal repercussions and damage the company's reputation. Companies have a moral duty to create an environment that supports the well-being and professional growth of their employees. This duty extends beyond mere compliance with laws to genuinely caring for their workplace. By proactively ensuring a safe and respectful workplace, companies can avoid costly legal battles associated with violation of workplace laws. Settlements, fines, and legal fees can be substantial, as evidenced by numerous cases of litigation involving workplace harassment and discrimination. Employees who feel safe and respected are more likely to be engaged and productive. A positive work environment encourages employees to focus more on their task rather than navigating workplace conflict or fear of their safety. A respectful workplace reduces employee turnover. Recruiting and training new employees are significantly more costly than retaining existing ones. By maintaining a positive work environment, companies can reduce these recurrent costs. In an era of social media and corporate transparency, a company's reputation is ever vulnerable to public perception. A single incident of workplace misconduct can lead to a public relations crisis, damaging the brand and possibly leading to the loss of sales and partnerships. I want to give you a few tips to help you avoid lawsuits, creating a financial burden for your company, and you can also save your reputation. I want to give you a few tips to help you avoid lawsuits, create a financial burden for your company, and save your reputation. It's important that you develop comprehensive onboarding protocols. Ensure that all temporary employees receive an orientation similar to full-time staff, covering company policies, workplace culture, and their specific roles and responsibilities. It's important to have a policy manual. Provide your temps with a condensed version of the company's employee manual, focusing on key policies such as anti-harassment, safety, and confidentiality. Be sure to implement consistent training. Include temps in all relevant training sessions, especially those that are related to workplace safety, discrimination, and harassment. Be sure to have regular updates as policies and procedures change. You need to ensure that temporary employees are also updated through brief training sessions or written communications. Don't forget about them. Establish clear communication channels. It is a great idea to have a point of contact. Assign a specific HR representative or manager as the point of contact for temporary workers to address any concerns or questions they might have. Feedback mechanisms is very important. You want to create systems that allow temps to provide feedback or report issues without fear of retaliation, such as anonymous surveys or even suggestion boxes. You need to ensure that inclusion in company culture. Involve temporary employees in company meetings, events, and other activities that help them feel a part of the team. Recognition and rewards are always amazing. Apply the same recognition and reward policies to temporary workers as to permanent staff where applicable to motivate and acknowledge their contributions. Be sure to monitor and evaluate the temp performances. Have regular assessments. You need to conduct regular performance reviews for temporary workers, similar to those of permanent employees, to assess their work and address any issues that might arise. Be sure to request feedback from your supervisors. Encourage your supervisors to provide ongoing feedback to temporary employees to help them improve and integrate more effectively into your team. Review and adapt your policies on a regular basis. Be sure to periodically review the policies affecting temporary workers to ensure they are up to date and reflective of current laws and best practices. This can be done once a year, once a quarter, once a month, whatever you feel is acceptable for your organization. Adaptation to changes. Adaptation to changes. Quickly adapt policies and procedures to accommodate changes in the workforce composition or in response to feedback from temporary staff. Be sure to also collaborate with your staffing agencies. Have clear contracts. Ensure that your contracts with staffing agencies clearly outline the responsibilities regarding the management and oversight of temporary workers. Agency communication is priceless. Maintain open lines of communication with staffing agencies to ensure they are also upholding their end of the policies, especially concerning the selection and management of their employees. Legal compliance and documentation. Compliance checks need to be done regularly to legal compliance and documentation. Regularly legal compliance and documentation. Regularly check that all employment practices comply with local, state, and federal laws, especially those concerning labor rights and workplace safety. Be sure to always have proper documentation. Keep detailed records of all training, incidents, and evaluations involving temporary workers to protect the company and ensure transparency. Implementing these practices will help ensure that temporary workers are not only compliant with company standards, but also feel valuable and integrate. Implementing these practices will help ensure that temporary workers are not only compliant with company standards, but also feel valuable and integral to the team. Implementing these practices will help ensure that temporary workers are not only compliant with company standards, but also feel valued and an integral part of the team, leading to a more cohesive and productive workplace. My company values our clients and our temporary employees. We partner with them to ensure these situations don't happen, and if they do arise, they are addressed very quickly. We urge all companies to take proactive measures in managing their workplace environments. By implementing rigorous policies, providing continuous education, and ensuring clear communication channels, you can safeguard against legal issues and cultivate a positive workplace culture. The benefits are clear: a happier, more productive workforce and a more stable, successful organization. Don't wait for issues to arise. Act now to make your workplace a model of respect and safety for everyone involved. If you have additional questions or you want to talk about how to screen your staffing company thoroughly, reach out to me. I would love to give you some tips and advice on picking the right staffing partner for your organization.